know.
excited. Oh,
It's
I
so
love you
great. And
guys.
we're live. Oh my God. Oh,
Yay!
we've got the wrong logo up, but good morning, everybody.
Good
Welcome to the
morning.
Daily Whatever Show. I'm Lawrence Winterman,
I'm Dana Dubois.
and
Uh,
we are unbelievably excited to welcome Gray motherfucking Galaxie to the show.
Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. I'm a little nervous too, but I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my
Thank you for
gosh.
having me.
Do not be nervous, Greg. Do not be nervous. We are so thrilled to have you here.
Thank you. I was thinking, if the president can shit his pants on TV, then I'm sure I'll be just fine,
Oh
right?
my God, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, I had to mute a tab that was loud and going crazy, repeating us back to ourselves there. But, we've got a chaos witch amongst us today, and so why wouldn't there be just a little moment of chaos
Wild card.
here at the beginning of the show? I'm going to do a thing, everybody. I have got a bowl of sage. I've got my rattle. We want Gray to feel incredibly at home, and so I am going to sage everybody off. I'm
I'll
going
take
to
it.
sage myself.
I'm taking your
I can
smoke,
smell it.
Lawrence.
Yes, there you
Yes.
go. And I'm going to say a little prayer here. Hang with me, everyone,
Aw.
while I do this. This is unorthodox for normal viewers of the Daily Whatever Show, but roll with it. Oh, Tankashla, Wankantanka, Creator, Creatrix, all that is not, Mother Earth, Father Sky, Spirits of the Four Directions, Power Animals, Angels, Allies, Ancestors. Please hear my prayer. Join us here in the circle where you are always welcome. Dana Dubois and I welcome Gray Galaxie into this wheel, into this circle of safety and protection where we can have a conversation that touches our souls and touches the souls of all those who listen. We are so delighted to have her with us today. It is such an honor. Please protect Gray. Make sure that she feels comfortable and safe this entire time. And know that all who listen with good and true and beautiful intent are always welcome here in this circle of safety.
Oh,
That was beautiful. Thank
Well,
you.
thanks.
Oh, my soul feels very settled. I appreciate that.
Excellent. I knew I saw you online kind of having a moment of like,
Yes.
everybody come.
Yes.
Come protect.
I truly believe in like radical authenticity, like to the point where like I know this has a lot to do with my Chiron Gemini and my wound of being understood and heard. But I do genuinely like at times feel basically that radical authenticity is the way to go. So that's why I just throw it out there. You guys have seen my posts when I'm having mental health issues or frustrations about anything. I am very authentic about that. So I appreciate you.
And we've got Kira. We've got Kira the puppy joining us.
Oh,
I don't know if you heard her bark during your
I
prayer,
did.
Lawrence,
I
but she
did.
chimed in. So
See.
she is, instead of Pavlov's dog, she is Winterman's dog. She hears Lawrence's voice and she knows
And
that
comes running for
yes.
treats.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cute. I
You know.
love it. What a
Um,
sweetie.
Thank you. Great.
Just in case there's anyone in the audience who doesn't know you, doesn't know who you are and what you do here on Substack, would you mind introducing yourself to our crew?
Yeah, so my name's Gray Galaxie, and I am basically, if astrology and pop culture had a baby, it was me. I'm obsessed with all things politics, all things human rights, and I am a chaos witch. So I practice magic with the cosmos, and my number one journey here on Substack is bringing as many people together in love and hope and understanding, and making sure that we're aligned in the fact that it looks really bad right now, but it's going to get better.
Nice.
Oh,
I found
gosh.
you, like I said, I can't remember if we were on or not yet, but I found you on TikTok like 3 or 4 years ago, and I was like, oh my God, who is this radiant being talking about the Pluto return of the United States of America? Like, who is this? I need to know her. And then, when we joined Substack and started doing our podcast and everything, then I came across you here. And I was like, it's that lady. It's that lady.
I love that.
She
I
needs to
love
be my
that.
friend.
Yes,
I
I love
can't
that.
even tell you the way Lawrence tripped out when he saw you and was like, Dana, you must follow. And we both have ever since, and we have been just so eager to have you on the show. It's such an honor
Oh,
to
thank you so
have you
much.
here. And I was like inwardly smiling a bit, Lawrence, as you were saying your prayer, because between the number of house blessings and other rituals I've been to with you and Shar Sundust, who I really hope is in the chat today, over the years, I was thinking to myself, like, the chat, our audience may not know just how woo you are. And it's like, so I was like, it's our Tuesday woo, or Woo Tuesday might sound better.
Yeah,
Um, because
uh,
that is
that's true.
becoming a little bit of a
There's
theme.
this whole side of my life that I'm not sure that I
Yes,
represent on Substack, but yeah, like astrology and ceremony and crystals and tarot.
all the
I had
things.
the amazing
Mm.
honor, Gray, of taking your tarot class
Mm.
recently and literally learned, like, in that 6 weeks more about the tarot than in like 30 years prior.
Oh,
So
thank you so much. That means so much to me. I love tarot. I started doing it when I was 12, and it was really interesting because we were very, very religious. And so it was kind of like this whole new world that I didn't understand what it was. And when I would talk to people who were my friends from the church, they would say, "Well, that's the devil that you're dealing
Okay.
with there."
right,
And I'm like, I mostly just think it's my higher self, but okay. And
right.
so I kind of just did it on my own. And then as I got older, I realized uh, there's so much more to it than I think even what has been documented. I think that tarot is such a personal journey. And I decided, like, maybe if I taught it, I could teach it from a way that would make it easier for people to understand, because sometimes it's very difficult to
Mm.
remember those things, to remember the words, and to remember what each card means. And so part of the class was breaking down what each card meant in a way that was easy to remember. So I'm glad that you enjoyed it and you learned.
Oh, absolutely. And for those who might be curious, Gray Galaxie is the person who literally created poems and rhymes for every single card in the 72 card tarot deck as a
Cool.
mnemonic device so that you can remember what each card means. Like, it's incredible. And she's like, "Oh, here's the short version. Here's the long version."
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I went out and I was doing those for a while. And then it all started in high school when I had a biology class, and my biology teacher had me remember different organisms through mnemonic devices. And so I started remembering basically anything I could through a mnemonic device like that. So I thought that would be pretty helpful. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Listen, I get a little focused on something and I can't stop, you know?
Well, you're really honest when you write and when you talk about, you've got a little touch of the tism, right?
Yeah.
And there's some dyslexia that you've struggled with.
Yeah.
And so those workarounds, right? That's the way that someone who is deeply curious and intellectual works around, those kinds of things so that you can learn and so that you can remember. So that's pretty remarkable.
Thank you, friend. I appreciate
Yeah, yeah. We see you here, Gray. We get it.
it.
We
I
get it.
appreciate it.
My mind is still stewing on the title of Chaos Witch. And I think I have a little chaos witch in me myself.
We all do. We
I
all
would love to
do.
hear more about that, but I also know Lawrence has about 6,000 questions he wants to ask.
Well, but Gray, please meet my Leo friend Dana.
You'll be
Oh, I
Pisces
know.
serves
I know
Leo.
my Leo friend Dana. That's for sure. I was telling Lawrence, I kind of felt like I cheated. I know both your charts
Really?
going into this. Well, kind of. I definitely know Laurence's chart. And I feel like coming into this, I knew you guys a little bit more than you knew me. Like maybe I should send you guys my birth charts next time, and you guys can have some
Oh my God,
information.
that would be fun and also like the most intimidating thing in the world. Do an
Love it.
impromptu astrology reading for the best
Right?
astrologer you've ever met.
Oh, that's so
Go.
sweet. That's so sweet. I was going to tell you the what was your question, Dana?
Oh, just how does one know
Oh.
if one contains chaos witch?
Well, I think honestly, the universe speaks the language of chaos. The universe is chaos.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I think in a way we're all programmed to speak that language and have almost forgotten in a way how to speak that language. I believe that we live in a denser reality than we're used to coming from. I don't know if you guys ever feel like this, but if you ever feel like I don't know why I can't just manifest it right now. Why can't I just have it right now? There's
Yes.
something inside of you, like a mechanism inside of you. It doesn't physically make sense why I can't just reach out and have what I want. And that's because I believe that in different dimensions, you're able to manifest things differently, quickly, depending on the density. And I believe that in this area where we are, it's incredibly dense. And so it's difficult to manifest. And so you have to set a pattern or a rhythm for the universe for what you want. You have to consistently give what you'd like to receive. And that's where working with chaos comes in. For me, being a chaos witch really is hand in hand with the universe. Understanding the cosmos, where there's windows of opportunity.
Oh.
When I look at the sky, I see lots of gears that are turning. And occasionally there's these little separate spaces where I can put my hand through and reach in and grab the energy. And it's only open for a very little bit. And it matters on where the transits are in the sky.
Okay.
So the more intuitive you feel with the astrological transits, the easier it is to work with chaos energy. So oftentimes when I'm writing my spells, I will use the specific transits of the day and move them kind of like a braid. So I reach out and grab, say it's a Taurus moon. So I'm grabbing energy for my resources. I'm grabbing energy that's going to help me with my sensuality, right? My Taurus sensuality. And then I'm also reaching into my Leo sun. So Taurus moon, Leo sun. I'm going to braid together a sensual feeling in my spell with a feeling of wanting to share that energy. And then that spell comes together. The way that I use herbs and crystals are just in reference to what the transits are. So I want to work with Taurus energy. I'm going to pull Taurus crystals. I'm going to pull Taurus herbs and things like that. So really being a chaos witch is just understanding the materials you have around you in relation to the universe. Does that make sense?
It does, and I'm wondering if you're calling me out for my Leo sun and Taurus moon. Did you do that on purpose, or was that a coincidence?
It was a coincidence. I wish I could take
Really?
credit for that, but that was a coincidence. Yeah.
Okay. That
Right.
seems
Sure, a
kind of
coincidence, everybody.
Right.
Right.
I just went with
That's-
intuitive what I was thinking. I was looking at you when I said it, so there you
I
go,
know.
babe.
So I was like, Lawrence must have told you that, but no, that was just okay. I do have a Leo sun and a Taurus moon.
I love that. That makes me very happy. I'm tuned in and turned on, guys. Let's go.
That was
honestly, I would say if you've got questions for Gray, put them in the chat. But I'm not sure that we would have time for all.
I know
of the
I'm
questions.
so verbose. I'm so sorry.
No, please. There's no apologizing for
No
you sharing your knowledge
apologizing.
here.
No apologizing.
I do have to jump in and tell you guys one quick thing, programming note. I will need to drop slightly early
Sure.
off of this call, sadly, because she's not super sick, but I have a sick kid and I need to get her to an 8 a.m. appointment. So I will very regrettably be dropping a little bit early.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
just so
can
it's not a
hang.
surprise. Yes.
At some point we're going to talk to Gray about her fantasy writing and her smut reading.
I love smut.
Oh.
I love smut.
We've got all kinds of things that we can talk about.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So great. One of the things that you do on your Substack, and for those who aren't subscribed to Gray, I'm going to put something on the screen right now. Please go subscribe to Gray. Become
Thank
a paid member
you.
of Gray. It is 1,000,000,000% worth it because Gray sends out like weekly weather reports, astrologically speaking.
Yeah.
And in addition to being like incredibly talented, she's a beautiful writer. So
Mm.
can I read just like 2 paragraphs from your most recent thing
Yes,
here?
please. Thank you.
Okay, so I want you to bear in mind that this is for this week, and this was published, as far as I know, Gray, before the Bad Bunny halftime show
Yes.
at the Super Bowl. So just listen to this. The sky opens this week with a feeling that something ancient is packing its bags, while something new stands quietly at the door, waiting to be invited inside. Aquarius holds the collective attention like a humming power line, charged and restless. Ideas spark faster than comfort can keep up. Conversations carry more weight than usual, as if every sentence knows it is part of a larger story unfolding in real time. Saturn lingers at the last breath of Pisces, and you can feel the emotional residue of cycles that are ready to close. This placement feels like standing in ocean water at dusk, waves brushing your ankles while you decide whether to step forward or walk back to the shore. Girl,
Aw.
friend.
Thank you.
My God, like I
Thank
want to read that
you.
for the poetry, in
Listen,
addition to the truth that you are telling.
let's not lie though, your voice does make it sound fantastic.
I can
That's my
hear,
new.
but
I'm gonna read smut in my sexy DJ
Do
voice.
it.
I have been trying to talk Lawrence into setting up an ASMR channel for
I'm
years.
telling you right now, I would be
Right?
snoring.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
The power line. Like I just finally, so I didn't watch the Super Bowl because I was writing, and even when my home team is playing in Bad Bunnies at halftime, I didn't watch it in real time, but I did go back and watch the halftime performance last night.
Yeah.
Remarkable. But the power line,
When that happened, my eyes went, I said, oh,
like
okay.
unlikely thing for it to be in a Super Bowl performance, but
Yeah.
you really nailed that.
Thank you. Thank you. It's so interesting to me because when I'm writing, I see pictures of things in my head.
Yeah.
And that's how I get the verbiage. That's how I get the metaphors and things like that. And I literally saw someone on a power line when I wrote that. And so when I was watching and crying, I was already sobbing at this point because I'm a Cancer sun. So I'm like really just loving this love letter to Latin culture that he's so boldly writing in cursive across the screen, just gorgeous. Right. And I saw that happen and my stomach dropped and I was like, oh, you're a soothsayer. Don't forget that you do that sometimes. So it's definitely a little unnerving for me, even for me at times. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to know how you got into politics, right? Because I mean, I'm super into the astrology and the tarot, but I'm also super into politics, and I think it's a kind of rare combination, right?
It is.
Of those things overlapping. What was it? Where do you remember how you got so interested in politics?
Senior year in high school, I was in AP history, loved history class, was always a big history buff. Loved playing devil's advocate, was one of my favorite things to do. Mm-hmm. And I had a teacher who was a Vietnam vet, and he was very, very, very honest about what our government was made for and why it was made and how it was made. And so when he taught us, his name was Llewellyn Boyle. I like to say his name as often as possible because he changed my life. He opened my eyes. I lived in a place of religious comfort. I was in a golden cage, and I had every intention of being a pastor in a Methodist church. Wow. Yeah, I had every intention of being a doting wife and mother, there's nothing wrong with that, obviously, but I had every intention of doing that within a patriarchal standard. Mm-hmm. And he taught me so much about politics that it reshaped my brain. And then when I graduated, I joined like this group called Food Not Bombs, and shaved my head and hung out on this street, and basically was like a little punk rock kid in the leather jacket who hated George Bush and told everybody at every turn that he was a murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got a little bit older, had a baby, got married to a man who was equally obsessed with politics, and he lost his best friend in the Iraq War. And so we together decided that we were going to raise children who were incredibly aware and not in golden cages. And that's where it's been ever since. And then, of course, the whole moment that Donald Trump traipsed down in this golden fucking escalator, right? I felt like it was, I have this comfort, I have this privilege in my skin tone, in the insulation of where I live in California, in middle-class home. I have all of this beautiful support network, and it would be ridiculous for me not to use it in a way that can uplift the marginalized in society. So I think it's a blessing that I have the ability to speak out, and I will continue to do so until I am stopped physically.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I love about you also, is you're very clear, like, this is your country, you're an American, it is going to go to, it's going to become an authoritarian fascist regime over your dead body, right? Over my dead body.
Absolutely.
Like, we will fight until there is no fight left, because we're here in this moment, and what is the point of using this knowledge and wisdom and privilege if it's not to protect and
I'll be
defend?
damned if they're going to have me get up and say, with liberty and justice for all, every single day of my life, and then expect me not to expect liberty and justice for all, period.
Yes, that was, I think, one of your most popular notes ever. I think that one got really widely shared in Restacks, because
Let's go.
it cuts to a fundamental truth, right? Which is, you guys programmed us from the very beginning to salute this flag and say that we pledge allegiance to the Republic, and now you're going to pull a fast one and tell us that, the Epstein class is actually our overlords and we should submit to the whims of billionaires. Fuck off.
Get bent.
Get bent.
Here's a strange question. I'm going to jump in with one. I'm mostly going to let Lawrence ask the question, because I know this is deeply in his wheelhouse. But did you see Trump coming? You referenced the golden escalator, and I think most of us saw that and we rolled our eyes like, yeah, good luck with that, buddy. Did you see what was coming?
Yeah. I was terrified. Yeah. So at the time when it happened, it was 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
I was assistant manager for $13 million Victoria's Secret, raging eating disorder, not doing well. I mean, really deeply hyper capitalistic, living that, the life, right?
Right.
And I think I have a really interesting perspective on this, because I think a lot of people there's not enough conversation about the Lex Wexner of it all. I don't know if you guys, Lex Wexner is the CEO of Victoria's Secret, and also was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump. And
charming.
Charming indeed. And so when I started seeing Donald Trump come up against Hillary, and everybody kind of laid back and saying, oh, he's not going to go anywhere there, that's not going to happen.
Right.
I very clearly remember telling people that verbiage that you're using is going to make people not show up to vote, because they're going to think there's no way that anyone would possibly vote for Donald Trump. And that's exactly what happened, is that people just were like, oh, there's just no way. Right. And so I was sick over it, because I knew the connection between Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, and Lex Wexner was already floating around on Reddit at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you, Gray, don't know of Ellie Leonard yet here on Substack,
no.
You
Okay.
absolutely need to follow Ellie. I'll send you links after the show. or someone can send now. Ellie is doing amazing investigative journalism, basically, into the Epstein files, right? So she started
Mm.
as a transcriptionist, and her expertise, like her skill, is just being able to like look at a stack of documents and go through them and be like, oh, I remember that email. I remember when they, this
Yeah.
person said this, and kind of connect all the dots. She is blowing up on Substack right now because she is going through the files like as they release them. She grabs the latest batch and she goes
Right.
through them and is connecting and transcribing,
Love.
and like she's completely one of the people who is like, Les Wexner needs to be on the stand. He needs to be deposed. Like, I don't care if he's
Yes.
old. I don't care if he's sick. Like,
Yes.
they haven't ever interviewed him. Why?
I genuinely, I'm going to say this. I'm writing an article about this and I haven't talked to anyone about this. So I'd love to break this here with you guys now. On Victoria's Secret, when you work at Victoria's Secret, they give you these videos. The videos are fast paced. The music that they're using is like a pop style music.
Mhm.
And it flashes pink and bows and women in underwear and bright. And it's obviously propaganda. Obviously, it's propaganda that they're using to get people who work there to feel some sense of like connection to the brand. The problem is that when you move into, I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but Pink is a sister brand of Victoria's Secret.
Oh, I have teenage daughters. I am very
Okay,
familiar
so
with Pink.
Pink was Lex Wessner's baby. He described it as a young girl who is beautiful, flirty, and forever young. That's the type of person they're trying to get to shop at Pink.
Right.
And the way that they're getting these young girls to wear the clothing that they're looking to, it's basically grooming them for them moving up towards Victoria's Secret. It's disgusting. And the more that I look back on it, the more that I realize that I was 100% put in the situation to have a raging eating disorder because that brand makes you feel as if your body is not good enough. And that is all 100% the birth child, the brainchild of Lex Wexner. He is a disgusting human.
Right, who is obviously projecting his fantasies and desires into like literal brand,
Retail.
like clothing, corporate.
In our opinion, yes. In our opinion, it does look like he is trying to create an army of small, young, perky girls who dress in ways that they'd like them to wear. And I just think that there's something so sinister about selling lacy underwear to 12-year-old girls when you're in an Epstein file. And I feel like there's just not enough of a light on him. So I'm currently writing about him right now from the perspective of having worked for the company. It's terrible.
I am eager to read that. Two thoughts to layer on that is, as the mother of two teen daughters, Pink, that store held appeal from elementary school. It starts with the lotions and the perfumes.
The perfumes, exactly.
Accessible price point. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to remember what age my daughter was when she was like, yeah, I want this underwear, not that underwear. Like,
yes.
not the boring stuff you buy, mom. It was young.
Yes.
Wow.
And so it's working, first of all. And the other one is, fun fact, I briefly worked at Victoria's Secret myself when I was like on break from college.
So the propaganda they play for you.
You know, it was so long ago, I don't remember. And I was just like seasonal help. It wasn't like a thing corporate or anything, but I just remember being forced to stay late on Christmas Eve and all the price tags went down. Yeah,
the worst.
Yeah, it was learning how retail worked of like, oh, they ripped everybody off before the holidays.
Yeah.
And now we're discounting everything by half.
Exactly.
And now our entire government is run by those people.
By those people,
Oh,
exactly. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
I want to ask, Lawrence, you probably have more incisive questions in this regard.
Go. My next question is Pluto return. So you go, Dana, because we're about to go deep.
I know. And I'm going to need to leave early. But it does fascinate me that you are a political savant and an astrology savant, because those things so rarely go hand in hand, and that you use astrological insights to make predictions about what's going to happen politically. What's coming? What do we need to know?
Yeah. So I
Prepare us,
I
Greg.
truly believe that the outer planets that you're looking at right now. So we talked about, you guys know, I put that article out called The Final Boss of Astrology. And that is the outer planets. So we're looking at Uranus in Gemini. We're looking at Saturn in Aries. And we're looking at Pluto in Aquarius. These are longer transits. You know, the shortest of those transits is, I think, 11 years. I think the longest is like 21 years, depending on what we're at. So I truly believe, and I've said this from the very beginning, and let me preface before I say this, because this can sound a little bit cold. I want to say that the loss of life from this regime is inexcusable. It is a nightmare. There is no way for us to ever make it okay, and I'm disgusted by it. With that said, I truly believe the next problem that we're going to face isn't the end of the Trump regime. They're winding their way down right now. There's going to be trials. There's going to be the midterms are not going to go well. They're not going to be able to rig it. I genuinely believe. Here's the deal. Side note. They don't have enough ICE agents to surround the polls. If they're going to put ICE agents at every poll, there's going to be 1 to 2 ICE agents at every poll. So don't let them scare you in that way. But I truly believe the next thing that we're going to have to really conquer is business as usual Democrats. It's not the regime. They're a problem. They're a problem. Please do not get me wrong. But they're going to be handled. We know that's happening. They're already working their way out. What's going to happen is at the end, when Pluto, we talked about we're moving into Pluto return, Pluto in Aquarius is causing these collective systems to come online, right? Everyone, you see everyone is like, what the fuck is going on? That, and even people who have been had their head in sand for the last 15 years, are looking around and saying, whoa, this is way worse than I thought it was going to be. This is not what I thought it was going to be. There's a very small percentage of people who are actually enjoying what's happening right now. That collective awakening is going to speed up exponentially in April. I wrote an article recently talking about April. April is a leaping off point for change and for accountability. So watching April, you're going to see a lot, especially around Tulsi Gabbard, especially around Donald Trump, Kash Patel. You're going to see a lot of dominoes falling in mid-April. The 26th specifically is the day I'm looking at.
Really? What do you see? Can I ask what you see? Is there an easy way to explain to a
it's just leaks. It's just so many leaks. As soon as Uranus stations direct in Gemini, you're going to see people turning on each other like crazy. You're going to see people whispering on each other like crazy. The leaks that are going to come are not going to be because there's whistleblowers who are trying to do the right thing. It's going to be whistleblowers who are trying to get out ahead of it so that they cannot be mixed up. They want clemency. They want to be able to be separate or othered is what you're going to see.
Right. So people who are kind of looking to make they realize the ship's about to go down and they want to be the first ones so that they can turn on everyone else and get the deal.
And you're already seeing that with Marjorie Taylor Greene. I mean, I genuinely think that Thomas Massey does have, his head on his shoulders, and he really does genuinely want redemption for these victims. Not a fan of everything that Thomas Massey believes in, obviously, but the enemy of my enemy can be my friend for a little bit, I suppose.
Yeah. It's possible to have differing views and also still have a moral compass.
Yeah, here's the deal. Like if what it comes down to for me is this: if you're accepting of my gay daughter and my trans son, then we can be cool. You know, the moment that you're not accepting of my gay child and my trans son, we have fighting words. And I mean, that's just how it's going to be, right?
Yeah.
Tangentially, that's what we're getting. But yeah, so I genuinely see, you're already seeing the rats fleeing the ship, but you're going to see even more. And if I'm honest, in my mind, Noam is out so soon. Christy Noam is, I mean, she's already basically out, but I see her being the first to have consequences.
Okay. I mean, it would kind of make sense, right? That a woman is going to be the first to suffer under
That's why
a
he's
regime of
he
patriarchy
surrounded
manifest.
himself. He surrounded himself with women. If you look right now, he's got so many women who are in charge. Susie, he's got Caroline KKK Levitt. He's got Noam. He's got, I mean, what's her, the Judge Shapiro. Like, he's got so many women around him so that when it fails, he can say, oh, women are so emotional. Oh, the women was the problem. You know, I genuinely see them being the scapegoats.
Yeah. So you've already kind of touched on Pluto return, right? And I'm not sure, you know, that everyone else in the audience kind of understands. But can you explain for people why that is so significant for the, you know, like, humans don't live long enough to have a Pluto return.
No, this is huge.
Do.
Like, what we're experiencing, I would say, oh, what a time to be alive. Being able to, I mean, it's, and again, let me preface this, the loss of life is disgusting, what we're experiencing. But watching a huge shift, I genuinely believe that the Pluto in Aquarius is a manifestation of the death of the patriarchy and the rise of the matriarchy. I truly believe that's what we're watching. And oh, what a time. Oh, what a time to be alive, people.
From your lips to
right. So what people don't understand is Pluto, it is the planet of death, yes, but also the planet of rejuvenation. So funny, the LSDS came about because of Pluto. I was looking at the death card in the tarot deck, and I was thinking how in some decks in tarot, the death card in more gentle decks they're transition cards. They'll say the transition, right? And so I was thinking to myself, it's so interesting that the death card is represented by Scorpio, and Scorpio is represented by Mars. But I truly believe the death card is more suiting to Pluto. I believe it's more Plutonian in the death and rejuvenation, the transition of it all. And so that's what kind of got me going on the LSDS. And that's definitely a conversation for another time.
Oh my God, yes.
Right, okay.
Like the PS there, everybody, is that Gray has taken astrology and said, hey, I've got a whole new insight and an entire new system that I've created that's pretty revolutionary. So, Thanks.
Next time we'll definitely get into that. But I wanted to say that Pluto has this ability to completely level the playing field while planting seeds for new growth. Now, Aquarius is, to me, in my opinion, and this is just in my opinion, I think Aquarius is the most punk rock sign out there. I think Aquarius...
Really?
Yes, I do. I think their thirst for knowledge and their desire for truth and their ability to ghost out of a situation that's just they're not feeling. I just think all of that is so incredibly rock and roll. I love it. And also, Aquarius acts as kind of a collective. It's got a collective vibe to it as well. So when things like that. So when we talk about Pluto, the planet of death and rejuvenation, and Aquarius, the sign of collective systems, we get the death of the collective system and the new collective system. Right. And that's what we're experiencing right now. And it feels shitty. It feels horrible. All this change that's going on. We don't know what's happening with the stock market. We don't know what's happening with the AI issues. We don't know what's happening with food. I mean, literally every single thing is vulnerable right now. And that's because the system is toppling. And it's very scary. What I want to do here is pause. What we need is community.
Right.
What the answer to Pluto and Aquarius is systems activating, coming online, mutual aid, community, and really looking at this from a child protective centric way of thinking.
Yes.
Once we begin protecting our children, the women are protected, then the men are protected. It's a circle. It's the matriarchy.
Yeah.
And that's what Pluto is ushering in right now. And it feels so uncomfortable because, as I always say, discomfort is where you grow, right? And that's what the nation's going through right now. Is we're going through some really, really shitty growing pains.
Yeah. I've got two things that are connected that I want to say. One is that Dana and I often on the show talk about, we're both super Gen X. We kind of feel like the job of Gen X and the generations that come after is to stop generational trauma, right? To stop the passing along of generational trauma. That our job is to recognize, oh, hey, we grew up in a gross system, or there was sexual assault, or rape, or, the patriarchy. Do not pass that on to your kids or your grandkids or your nieces or nephews. Like, just stop. Yes. Be the glass that gets clear water poured into you until you have nothing but clear water to pour and pass to the next generation. That's thing number one. The other thing is, think about what was happening the last time Pluto was in this position in this country. Was literally the founding, right? The throwing off of the shackles of hegemony and the monarchy, and the establishment of, at the time, a more communitarian, a more like socially equal, and we can go on forever about the injustices baked into the Constitution and the original sin of slavery and blah blah blah, but like for the time that was a radical transformation, right? And we're in that moment again now, where Pluto's at that place in the sky that it was last in 248, 49, 250 years ago. And, and I just, like, that blows my mind, right? That we're in the moment of great transition right now.
Yeah, it's insane if you think about it. So we decided, we did in the final boss of astrology, the last time that Pluto was in Aquarius was the founding of America, right? Then we've got Saturn in Aries, which was the Civil War.
Yep.
And then we've got Gemini in Uranus, which was, there was another war. I remember the revolution. Yeah, revolution. Let me see. I think. Anyways,
you're looking like I can't help
right.
You
I got it written. I got it right here. So those three, having all three of those volatile happen over it, there's no way the change isn't happening. Right. There's
World
just
War
absolutely
II, right?
zero. Yes.
81
World
years.
War II.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Yes. And so you can see that we're lined up. I mean, to be alive right now and to be lined up under these three signs is insane. Not to mention that we also have Chiron and Aries right now. And I think that a lot of people don't realize that that's a wound of leadership. Chiron and Aries, I mean, we're dealing with, our leadership is literally hemorrhaging blood. Like, we're bleeding out as a country.
Right.
And
head
I think
wound,
that
right? Like
head wounds. Yes, absolutely. And I think it's really important that we keep in mind that all of this energy that's being cleared, while it feels uncomfortable, it's being moved out of the way so that we can have community, so that we can have mutual aid, so that we can come together as a society and say, we're done. No more. Yeah. We deserve better. We expect better.
Great. We could talk to you for a billion years, right? But we promised we were going to talk smut and writing and fiction. So it's like a hard transition.
I have to leave.
No! Next time, I promise I could talk about smut for days, babes.
Good. Before I go, can I ask one quick question? Because I have to pop out. I just bought the Gillian Anderson book. Do you know this one?
I do.
Is it good? I haven't
opened
it.
I'm
so excited to read it.
Absolutely.
It's just sitting there waiting for me to have
Gillian Anderson was my sexual awakening. I was like, oh, I like girls too. That's crazy. Girls?
Dana Scully. I mean, it was so nice to have a famous, that reference doesn't check as much as it used to, 30 years ago, but it's so nice when Dana like Scully was always a mnemonic, and also like, I mean, I'd like to think I'm like Scully.
Although, well, you are with your red hair. It's perfect.
she's just getting hotter. Like,
I don't
she's so
understand.
good in
What is
sex
she
education.
drinking? Give me
don't
what
know.
you're on.
To be an almost 60, I think she's a little older than I am. So
She's
like late
so beautiful.
50s woman on, I don't know if you watch Sex Education, you and the
Yeah.
rest of the audience. One of my favorite shows of all time. I love it. And to watch her be so just unabashedly hot.
Do you know what it is? She's not done anything to make herself look younger. She's
Right.
just aging so incredibly gracefully. And I think there's something so beautiful about accepting age. There's something
Yeah.
about her soul that's just not cracking because of it. Ah,
Right.
she's so pretty.
I feel like she's one of those people that's like, oh, my secret is just I slather myself with olive oil every night.
Yeah, I drink water and I'm not
and have a
racist.
sauna, and
Yeah.
Right. And I exercise
and that's
for
it.
hours
That's all
a
I
day.
need.
Yeah,
And it's
Have
like,
you
yeah.
seen her forearms? I mean,
Yeah.
she's sinewy and just she's
Her shoulder caps are insane.
I know. And it's on that show, and I would imagine in real life too, it's like this sensuous confidence.
Yes, it's like molasses on in heels.
yeah.
Gorgeous.
I adore her.
I mean,
So
I'm a Kenzie 6, and even I can acknowledge that, like, you know, wood.
yeah, and I'm a Kenzie 1 and same. Like, I am not into girls like that or women like that. And yet, Gillian Anderson.
But I mean, it's
might
Gillian
make sense.
Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would
Okay,
be like,
I'm so
well, I'd
excited
have to
read
try.
this. Yeah, right, Lawrence.
I would have to show up. I would have to pull on my big boy pants and show up with purpose, you know?
Gillian, if you're listening,
Right.
Love
right.
you.
There you
have
go.
no idea the
I'm
exception
finally
making
going to
for you.
get rid of my lacy white panties
You
and
are
actually
on all
put
of
on
our,
tidy
all of our
whities.
cards.
Oh,
Maybe
my-
she wants the lacy whites. Don't judge.
You know, right.
You
Who am I
never
to say?
know,
Who am I to
Lawrence.
judge?
Oh my gosh. I have to say goodbye.
Goodbye,
Okay, Dana, before you
Dana.
go, you need to ask our question because we can't not ask Gray the question.
And I do
Yes.
want to hear the answer. This is usually at the very end. The
Okay.
question is, we ask every guest when they arrive they come on their first visit here. What is the most Gen X song of all time?
Jagged Little Pill.
Ooh,
Oh, the whole
yes.
Yeah, the whole album, just the
Okay.
entire album. Yeah. If I had to pick one, it would be You Ought to Know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But Alanis Morissette is in my soul. She's marked on my soul for sure. So yeah, definitely.
I love that pick and that album. And I feel like that album is the ultimate cusp album, Gen X to millennial.
Yes,
Yeah.
'Cause
yes,
it's
I
very
agree.
very elder millennial, very young Gen X
That's
hitting
so
at a
good.
young age. But I was when did that come out? Like 96, I think. So I was in my mid 20s.
Yeah.
My
God,
aunt,
it's so hard.
my aunt was in her 20s. She's 11 years older than me, and she gave me the tape. We were listening to it in her car, and she gave me the tape of it. And so it's definitely a bridge between. I love that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it absolutely is. And one day, Lawrence, maybe when things calm down from the administration or maybe sooner, we're going to do an episode about coming into womanhood in the 90s when there were for the first real time, like the parade of badass women. we
Yes,
had.
Lilith Fair.
Right.
Lilith Fair.
All of it, like everyone.
I'm here for that. I had my,
You
women
loved
with
it
guitars
too.
phase for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you were Tori Amos and
Oh,
my
Tori
God,
Amos.
Jane. You had some obscure ones too, like Jane Seabury may have been a little younger, but anyhow,
Jane Seabury, yeah, Sean
Yeah, a little-
Colvin. I mean,
all
the
of that.
Indigo Girl. Like, I was like, is it a woman with a guitar? Please kill me.
Give,
Like, please
give.
slay
I was a
me.
little
Please let me
harder.
listen. Buy all your things.
Well, I
Yeah.
was the like PJ Harvey, Liz Phair, Bjork, Alanis Morissette, like Kathleen
I also really
Hanna.
liked Shirley Manson.
Yes,
Garbage.
Oh my
Garbage.
God.
I remember one time I was listening
All
to that
day.
album. My dad comes in my room. He's like, "What is this garbage?" And I'm like, "You're not going to believe it, but
I have some
It's-
good news for you.
it's
Dad.
garbage."
I love it.
Right.
Everything
and he was
about
like,
that.
I knew it.
And I do have to shout out, we need to share this, but Jason Odell, one of our regulars, put together a Spotify playlist and he went back and looked at what previous guests have said. And
I
he's
love
adding
that.
songs of the most to this
Oh,
list.
I need that list. I need that
Yes.
list
We'll
immediately.
post
We're gonna
it in the
share it.
write-up for today.
Yeah,
for
I love
sure.
that. Love
And,
that.
and we'll do a full like story about it. It will be a growing document. I love
It
you
was
all.
nice
Mean
to
it.
meet you, darling.
right.
Oh my God,
Bye,
Gray, please
Dana.
come back.
I will. I would
Sorry
love
I have
to.
leave early.
It's okay, darling.
Gray, can you hang out
Bye.
for a couple more minutes?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. because we're gonna talk smut, friend.
Smut.
Tell me, educate me. So I'm telling you something that I'm not sure that I've told virtually anybody else before.
Yay.
I have a pseudonym that I will not confess here.
Okay.
I have a pen name.
Okay.
I write gay porn.
Yes. Give.
There's I'll send you some, but only you.
Okay. I won't share.
I
won't share.
It is so there's a site called nifty.org.
Okay.
And it is only written smut, right?
Love
like
it.
it is, there are no videos, it is only written. And I have been submitting to Nifty for years now.
Yay.
And it's honestly some of my best writing, and it is just horny as shit.
I feel like we just scooped you here on the Daily Whatever. I'm so excited about that.
Yeah. But you write smut too.
Yes.
And you read it.
Yes. I love it. I'm obsessed. Okay. So this goes back to astrology. In a past life, I was a madam of a whorehouse. And it wasn't even just, and when I say whorehouse, let me just start off by saying sex work is real work. I respect sex workers. I love you, ladies and gentlemen, and NBs. So yes. There's no negativity here. I love my sex workers.
Yeah. That's actually a good moment for me to plug next Monday on my Not Straightforward show, Fusen Aiden, who is our favorite sex worker turned madam, will be on my show. So next Monday at 10 a.m.
She's so pretty.
She's so gorgeous.
Goddess. I see you.
Yes.
That's so fantastic. I have always had this fascination with human sexuality. I think humans are so interesting. I am obsessed with it from an anthropological perspective, and then from just a horny perspective. I just love smut. I just love the idea of reading something that society thinks I shouldn't. There's something so taboo about that.
And subversive, right?
And subversive and empowering. And some of my favorite stuff is I love smut. There's something so beautiful about and not just about the whole, sexual part of it as well, even though I'm very into it. It is something so beautiful about getting to read the internal thought process of two men falling in love. I think it's something that is overlooked and something that shouldn't be taboo. And I just think it's such a beautiful read as well. So I enjoy that aspect of it too.
All right. Well, I'm going to send you some links to your
Please
email
do.
after the show is over.
Yes,
because my stuff, I mean, it is, it's hardcore, but also there's always kind of but I think we're falling in love.
My soft girl loves that. I love that.
Oh my gosh, that was the best sex of my life, and now I think we're falling in love.
And now I think I might be in love with you.
Right.
So one of my things that I'm writing right now, I'm really excited. I actually haven't talked to anybody about this. I'm only talking to you about this. Yeah. I'm writing a choose your own adventure smut story where basically if you can read it over and over and over and over again and get like at least 20 different endings.
Oh my God.
And one of those endings,
love it. As if I could love you more. Are you kidding?
One of those endings is reverse harem. So if you do it right,
nice.
You can end up getting all of them.
Oh my God, yes. I love those choose your own adventures book when I was coming up, right? Like those were so great. And so like talk about the adventure of reading, right?
Right.
And understanding that you as the reader have agency over the story that you're reading. Oh my God, great! That's such a great idea. I want to
gamify it. I think I want to gamify it. I want it to be like to the point where there becomes a cult following where everybody tries to get every outcome. Yeah. So that's the plan, is to do it. And I want my first book, I'd like to have it be where there's every single trope I can possibly fit into it in the book, so you can catch them all like Pokemon.
Oh my God, that is so brilliant. And am I wrong in remember you're a gamer as well too,
yes.
right? Like you
yes.
video game. Did you
I
ever
love video
play
games.
Mass Effect?
Yes, I
that
love Mass
series?
Effect, and getting every single ending of Mass
Yes,
Effect.
that's
Yes,
exactly right. You're like,
yes,
oh well, I played FemShep and I
yes.
romanced Liara and I
Exactly. I'm
right?
actually playing Baldur's Gate right now with my sister so that I can get every romance as well. I'm a romance
Nice.
girl. Yeah, absolutely. If you tell me that there is any level of customization and I can choose to romance somebody, I'm in.
100%
I'm
same.
in. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe we're at the top of the hour, Gray. I literally could talk to you forever.
We could do it
Um,
again.
yeah, I'm gonna like on the not DL because I'm saying it out loud here. Gonna pitch you the idea that we should do a politics and astrology show on a semi-regular basis because
I would
like
love that.
it would be so much fun to talk about what you're discovering, what you're seeing, what you're writing, and putting it, I mean, you already do such a good job of putting it in the framework of the current political moment, but like, I don't know, just to be able to bounce those ideas around and have a
I would love
conversation
that.
around them.
Well,
Yeah.
here's one thing I want to tell you guys is that Ayana. You've
Oh, yeah,
read
yeah.
Ayana
She's
before. She's
amazing.
my very best friend in the whole wide world. Ayana Madrone is also on here, and she's blowing up right now. She's about to hit 10,000 followers. I don't
Yeah.
know if you guys
Super
know who
legit for
she
her
is.
because she's amazing.
She's literally I love her so much. We're doing a podcast soon. We're going to start doing it weekly called Witching Hour, where we're going to be talking about, the Witching Hour. You're talking about what's going on with the sky and things like that and politics and stuff. So I hope you guys will tune into that and make sure you guys are following Ayana as well. But Lawrence, I would love to come on and talk to you regularly about astrology and politics, mostly because it's so much easier to just show up and talk to you than have to be in charge of stuff. You know what
Well,
I mean?
right. And, if I can read what you've written in advance and
Hmm.
kind of let it, clink around and spur some ideas,
Love that.
then we can have a conversation about it. And, yeah, that would be so much fun. Okay. We're legit going to talk about that because
I like that. I also just noticed that our t-shirts are matching. We're matchy today.
I noticed that earlier as well.
Twins.
This is my, this is my subtle fuck Trump. I don't know if you can
Yes.
see that.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So I made
Absolutely.
these. This is my fall series of fuck Trump shirts.
We can
And
buy them.
yeah, I sell them.
I want them. I want them.
alpacalunch.com.
I'm going.
I'm sending you a bunch of links. I'm sending you a
Do
bunch
it
of
now.
links, my friend.
How
We're
exciting.
at the top of the hour, and I don't know how I can. Okay, I had this experience yesterday where I did my first show of Not Straightforward, and I was talking to Aiden Wharton, and at the end, I just kind of like let loose and told him like what I thought about him, which was all good. And afterwards, I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." There's kind of like this idea popping around in my head of like unreciprocated, generous gratitude. And the unreciprocated part doesn't mean like they don't feel it back. It just means you're offering it without the expectation
Yeah.
that someone's going to say, you're really nice too, right? Like
Yeah.
it's just. And so I kind of want to do that with you now, Gray, which is like you have inspired me so much. And your bravery and your honesty, your wisdom, your insight, the way that you know politics and the way that you understand the sky and the tarot, honestly, it fills my heart. Like I'm going to cry right now
Thank you.
because I see in you not just a sister, right? Not just somebody who is so much alike me while being so different, but somebody who can articulate your vision to the world in a way that is both beautiful and inspiring. And it makes me want to be alive. It
Oh,
makes me want to continue to be alive. Like this is a weird little tangent in my
it's very sweet.
unreciprocated generous gratitude. I can't believe I'm bringing J.K. Rowling into this, but you remember before she was evil, before we all knew she was
Oh, I
evil,
loved her. Yeah.
when the books were coming out and you were kind of like, oh God, please, whatever happens, don't let me die before the end of Harry Potter. Like, I have to know what happens in book 7, then I can die, right?
Yes.
You make me feel that way. Like, I read your stuff every day and I'm like, well, I have to keep going. I can't not keep going because I need to know what Gray sees and what's coming next. I need to read her words. I need to hear her voice. And so I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You make the world better. You make my world better.
Oh,
And I
Lawrence.
hope, my biggest prayer right now is that everyone listening to this times 100 finds your Substack and subscribes and pays you what you are worth, so that you feel the gratitude and generosity of this world back at you, because you give so unreservedly. It honestly, it blows me away. And
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Lawrence. That's like the nicest thing that anyone said to me in a while. And I'm a Cancer, so I'm just gonna cry about it. But I appreciate you so
Yeah, and
much.
I'm
Like,
crying
it's so,
too, right? Like that's the thing.
it's very,
So
very sweet.
I'm gonna end. We're a minute over. I'm just gonna say aho, Tankashla, Wankan Tonka, creator, creatrix, all that is order and chaos. All of the animals and allies, Orishas, angels, ancestors, everyone who showed up here in this circle today, thank you for being here. Thank you for holding this space and holding us as we had this conversation. Thank you to Great Galaxie, my friend, who is incredible, for being here and for sharing your whole heart with us. We are so grateful. You are always welcome here in this circle. All of you are always welcome here in this circle. We say our circle is complete. Aho.
Oh, thank you so much, Lawrence. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it. I hope to come back soon.
The invitation is so open. Literally, you drop the word, I will pester you. But if you have a wild hair one day and you're like, hey man, want to go live?
I'm just gonna text you. You'll have my phone
Do you
number
have anyone
soon.
scheduled for the daily whatever tomorrow? Like, come back, please.
Love it. Thank you so much, Lawrence. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. Love you, mean it.
Mwah.
Bye.